What the don't son! No! And hello everyone, and welcome back to the third episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode we got into the castle and got told that we need to go over to Kakariko Village and up to Death Mountain. And honestly, we're not exactly going to be doing that. We're going to go to Kakariko Village, but there's some stuff we need to do. Well, not need to. There's some side stuff we're going to do before we go to Death Mountain, because we can. Ignore the drink sipping. Don't want to die. Anyway. And here we are. Kakariko Village. This village is alright. That's the best thing I could come up with. It's formerly a village of the Shikar, which are ninja people. But then it was for everyone now. If you talk to some people around town, they'll tell you stuff like that. But, yeah, there's not actually that much here. At least net at the moment. This place will get a lot more stuff later on, but at the moment there's not much useful stuff here. Although there is some little mini-games here and there you could do. Like, for example, there's this lady. And I skipped the whole text. Let me just... Oh, fuck. Skip the whole text. Okay. She has cuckoos. The chickens. They're called cuckoos in Zelda because, I don't know. And she needs you to bring them back to a pen. What's funny is the fact that actually, this lady is actually allergic to cuckoos. So I don't know why she chose as a career path to keep cuckoos when she is allergic to them, but whatever. Explains why she can't get them herself. But she could just not stand there doing nothing about it. Oh, I should have. We are here in the graveyard now. Yeah, it's a place. I guess it's kind of obvious. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is the graveyard, the Kakariko graveyard, which I assume this sign will tell us that there's a grave digging tour at night, which is not night, so we can't do a grave digging tour. Do you know what's on my mind? I'll show you something pretty stupid. You chop up signs, yep, with your sword, and then if you get out your ocarina, which I've neglected to mention since I got it. I just realised that looking back at the previous episodes. I never mentioned that we picked up this ocarina. Yeah. It's quite an important item, used for solving puzzles and stuff. You've got to play songs in it, but if we get a good camera angle, as you can see, I'll play, if you play Zelda's Lullaby, which we learnt last episode. I think it's Zelda's Lullaby. The sign will magically repair itself. Don't know why it does that, but it does. Bit of an odd, there's a lot of odd things like that in this game. It's quite funny. In align the souls of those who swore fealty to the royal family of Hyrule, the Shikar, guardians of the royal family, and founders of Kakariko, watch over the spirits in eternal slumber. I'm good at reading, but yeah, as I said, this used to be a village of Shikar, but most of them are gone, as we probably will find out as we go along. But yeah, there's stuff under some of these graves, which, you know, but you can't move them because this kid will totally crush you up, mate. He's your odd man. Look at this kid. He's meant to be cute, but I think he just looks creepy. I'd say you're pretty heart pounding, but. Yeah, this is Danpei's hut. He is the gravekeeper. He only comes out at night, though, to do his grave digging tours. You know what it sounds like? He does not go stealing possessions from dead people. But you definitely will want to do that later on. I say, technically you could do that right now, but you need a lot, mostly you need a lot of money, because you can get something really good from it, but you need to be pretty lucky. So we're going to wait until we've got a bit more money to do it. Anyway, that was a mouthful. Over here is the royal family's tomb. All that writing on it, and that's all it says. Royal family's tomb. Straight into the point. Also, it's only raining right here, which is interesting. The royal composer brothers Sharp the Elder. Rip in pieces. Duh. Uh oh. And, if you haven't guessed, this guy is Sharp. And basically, he's a ghost. He's a Poe. If you Z-target ghosts, they go invisible. Technically they go invisible all the time, but if you Z-target them, they will never come uninvisible, if that makes sense. Also, they'll run away every time you hit them for a little while. Even through walls. So it's best just to stop chasing them for a sec. Sometimes you can hit them while you're chasing them, but yeah, they will go straight through walls, as you can see, because they are ghosts. So you can pretty much chase them out the graveyard, although they will always come back in. You can't get this permanently stuck, and even if you do, you can just leave and come back. As you can see, it's just sitting there in the wall like you do. But yeah, hit him enough times. Technically, you're already dead. Nope. Roll as a ghost. I never noticed he said that, that's quite funny. I'm pretty sure you weren't called Ghostly when you were alive. If you were, then you must not have kept yourself well. All the people in this village belong to the royal family of Hyrule. Your brothers also serve the royal family, and we are assigned to study the hereditary mystic powers of the family. Only we never could figure out the power of the Triforce. But it stuff with controlling time with tones of ocarinas. That sounds like a coincidence. So they have made a song that can manipulate flow of time. That only works on the ocarina. Funny. It's odd because a lot of people probably a lot of people probably hadn't even heard of the ocarina as an instrument before they played this game. I can say that it definitely was me, but then again, I played this game when I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7. So I hadn't heard about anything. And also, I mispronounced it as Octaria for some reason. When I was a kid, I had a habit of just making up pronunciations of words without actually reading them, if I didn't know what the word was immediately. That resulted in quite a few weird pronunciations when I was young, but Octaria is my favourite one, just because it makes no sense. And we killed the ghost and then went inside him. Yeah, we're just kind of standing inside him. Wow, thanks. Remind you of a girl. But yeah, this is flat. The other one's sharp. Get the joke. But yeah. I like how he's just telling us all this just because we might be in some way related to the royal family. Nope. Okay. If we're really a messenger of the royal family, we should show our credentials. What better credential than the song that is only known by the royal family. And every Zelda fan. And that is not accurate to physics. Also, we desecrated a tomb, so With lightning, nonetheless. But we're gonna go in, of course, because... oh, God. And... this is... weirdly enough, despite how close this is to the first of the game... the beginning of the game... this is one of my least favourite areas. For one reason. And we will see that reason soon enough. But yes, the door is locked. Gotta kill some bats to open it. Basic puzzle in inverted commas. But yeah. Oh, I forgot. You talk to... wait, I think it's... yeah. Weird. This game always had some really kind of dark undertones to it. A little bit. There's a couple more areas in the game that pretty much have that going, but this is one of those areas that just kind of feels a bit dark when the rest of it's relatively cheery. And here we go! Least favourite room. Those sounds may as well just be freaking my kryptonite. These are Redeads. I hate them. They are pretty much the source of a major childhood fear. And hopefully I can show you why. Oh, no, I'm just going to jump through here, screw it. No. And yep, this is why. If they look at you, they freeze you. Also, they're immune to most forms of attacks outside of the sword. They move extremely slowly, and also when they attack you, they gnaw on your head. They're pretty much like stereotypical zombies, almost. Except way more creepy. I really don't like them. What's worse is, there's a lot of them later in the game. And I put away my Ocarina, I need to get it out again. Do you know what? Let's just do this. Okay, there we go. And... the rising sun will eventually set, and a newborn's life will fade. Whoa. Moon to sun. Feel peaceful rest of the living dead. Yup. Oh, I skipped past that a bit too fast. Ugh. But basically, all that actually gives you a hint, a lot of subtle hints, as to how to deal with my least favourite enemies in the game. Oh, I messed up the song. If you play the Sun song in the room with a Redead, they get stunned. And you can walk past them without any trouble. The best way to deal with them if you're actually going to fight them, though, is to get up right behind them and just repeatedly slash them with a sword. That is by far the best way to kill them. The creepiest thing about Redeads, though, is that sometimes, when one dies near them, the other ones will come over it to kind of crouch down to it. Some people say it's them respecting their dead or mourning for them, and some people say it's them eating them. And I think it's the latter, I'm gonna be honest, because the body just slowly fades away as they just stand over it. It's pretty creepy. We might see that later in the game. But anyway, now the Sun Song is now night. And now instead of the kid being out, Danpei's out. And weirdly enough, he actually follows a rather... he follows something of Japanese folklore, this guy. Basically, you want ugly people to guard your grave so ghosts will be scared of them. I know, it's great. As far as I remember, there's a time in this game where Danpei's no longer here, and ghosts start appearing way more often. Which is funny, that. I guess that's meant to be their representation of that. But yeah, there is a Gold Skull Tuller up here, but unfortunately, even if we kill it, we can't get the token. So we're gonna have to wait for that a bit later on. There'll be a way to get it. Now, as I said, underneath some of these graves, there are things. Like, don't really target the pose. But I'm trying to remember exactly which graves these things are under, because I should remember. I think I might have been one off. Oh yeah, just stand still. Nope. Ah, damn it. I'm really messing this up. Yep, you... Let's just... There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, they can go through the floor as well. And dead. Now, there's a way to collect pose in a bottle, but we don't have bottles, so we can't do that. I'm trying to remember exactly which grave this is under. As soon as I remember which grave it's under, I will cut back, because there is a couple things we need to get. So see you then. And it was... Oh, it was pretty much the one right next to it. Anyway, go down here. And that was the Poe just disappearing. Okay. Oh, I mess up the song again. I mess up the song 3 times. Okay, I'll play it. I'll play it slowly, because obviously I'm terrible at inputting buttons in a basic pattern. Anyway. But yeah, stun the re-dead. Go behind him. Stab him in the butt. Because seriously, if these things get anywhere near you, they'll just immediately latch onto your head. It's not even a joke. Oh goodness, now I can't remember what I'm supposed to do in this room. That's... Oh wait. Do I have to play some song again? Yep. I thought it was that. I wasn't 100% sure though. Bit embarrassing. But yeah. And with this, we get our first piece of heart. As it says, you collect 4 of them, you get a new... I always do that. You get a new heart container. Which is good, because then we die less. And, yep, we got 1 out of 4. I'll be putting text on here, the screen here. I hadn't been putting text on the screen for collectibles in the previous episode, like Skull Tullers and the such. That's because I was going to do a box for them. And the graphic ended up not working out, so I kind of just had to leave it. But I've decided I'm just going to put text there instead. Just until I fix that, or just in general to replace it. There's also one other thing that I'm going to mention that's here. Hopefully I remember this one. Yep, okay. It's down here. And in here is a thing. We're not going to get this thing. I know that sounds stupid, but I will tell you why. Basically, in there is a Hylian shield. Like the one we saw in Castle Town, in the shop. The reason we're not going to get it for free is that once we get the Hylian shield, there'll be a better thing in that grave than the Hylian shield. But if, for whatever reason, you want to get the Hylian shield super early and super cheap, you can just go in there and get it there. But I think that's everything done for Kakariko Village for now. That's all we're going to do here at the moment. We'll be back here in not too long, but for now I'm going to go back into Hyrule Field because there's one place... Actually, scratch that. I tell a lie. There's a couple things left in this town for us to do, like a Skull Tuller right here. Oh, and I messed that up. I forgot about this one. Yep. And you know, while I'm here on the topic of Skull Tullers, I might as well show you this. This is the place where the whole Skull Tuller quest comes to fruition, as it were. Yup. Basically, the Skull Tullers are a sort of a curse. Their curse is this whole family of people. And once you... And... Oh, okay, I skipped that one. But basically... I'm I'm just gonna skip it, because he literally just says the same thing. But yeah, the whole family's cursed. And basically, as we collect gold star-tiles around the map, these members of the family will be there. I'm trying to speak while there's really loud spider sounds going on in the background. It's messing with my head. Well, as we get more golden skull-tellers, more of these members of this family will become uncursed, and each one, when they're uncursed, will give a reward. Also, I'm slowly dying from gold skull-teller. And I'm just going to quickly check if I'm eligible for one of those rewards, and I'm not. After certain threshold points, you get gold skull-tellers. Like the first one, I'm going to spoil it for you, is at 10. Who's this guy? That's logic right there. But yeah. Anyway, as I previously said before I got interrupted by skull-tellers, I'm going to make my way over to another place that we kind of skipped over. But it makes sense to go there now. I'm gonna speed up the journey here. Well, the journey to where I'm gonna go, just because, you know, it's gonna be night, and we have to wait till day to do stuff there anyway, so blah blah blah. I'll see you in a bit. And now, with the amazing power of the Sun Song, which I nearly forgot I had, by the way, we can immediately make it go to day. Yeah, in Hyrule Field, instead of just it transferring it to day just immediately, it will slowly just fade to day. Well, not slowly, really fast. But if you're inside like a place where the time is paused, like a town, then it'll kind of just... the screen will turn white, then you'll be teleported back to the entrance, and it'll be the opposite of what it was. Just a minor difference there, for anyone that needs to know that sort of thing. But yeah, this is the Lon Ranch. This is where Malon and Talon are from, if you hadn't guessed. Lon Ranch. It's funny. But yeah, we're going to go in here. And in here is going to be quite an annoying minigame. Nah, just kidding, it's alright. It's alright. This guy has a sleeping problem. At least he doesn't have a drinking problem. Like that guy in Link to the Past who gets drunk on milk. Or whatever. I don't know what I'm on about. I don't even play Link to the Past, so I don't know. I think I know what I'm talking about there. But yeah. Basically, this game is finding the 3 cuckoos he's got around him in the whole horde of cuckoos. A lot of the times you can actually guess about where they've been thrown. Because 1, they're always thrown to similar locations, and 2, you can kind of see their arcs as the game starts. And yeah, I'm telling you advanced tactics for chicken finding game. But yeah, this can be a bit of a hassle, especially because you have to pay rupees every time. But yeah, as you can see, like for example, that one is the first one, obviously, because you can see it. But yeah, when it comes to finding the second and the third, it can be a bit of a hassle. But yeah, the best tactic for this is to throw them all into one location. That was relatively painless. But yeah, the best tactic to do that is to throw them all into like one corner, so that you can keep a decent track on what ones you've checked and what ones you haven't. Yes, why not? Whoa. You're just leading us on, mate. You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. Give me a reward, or wreck you. But seriously though. He actually gives you a pretty good reward, which is better than marriage. He gives you a bottle. And yes, a bottle with milk in it. And the milk is pretty useful. The milk heals you by 5 hearts. And also, you can use it twice. So it's pretty good near the beginning of the game, when you have 5 or less hearts anyway. Later on, spoiler, we'll be having way more than that, so the milk kind of gets less useful. But at this stage in the game, it's alright. Although I rarely use health items anyway, in this game. Well, I used 1 healing item, but it works slightly differently. And yeah, there's a gold skull-teller, just going to mention it. But here we're also going to go talk to Malon. Because we're going to get some even more songs. And that is very auto-tuned. But what can you do? It's the N64. Fairy Boy again. Yup. He. So it's very stereotypical sound for a girl to make. But yeah, this is Epona. She doesn't like me. Yeah, pretty much Epona will run away from you. Just all the time. She doesn't like you at all. I still think Fairy Boy is a racial slur. But yeah, she asks us to sing with her, so you get out the Ocarina. I swear the Ocarina never has good camera angles. I'm gonna be honest, the Ocarina sounds are good and convincing enough, but the singing not so much. But again, what can you do? N64. Limitations. You learned Epona's song. I see you there. What are you doing? Go away. But yeah, now Epona loves us so much he's gonna push us across the field. Yeah, I always find that funny that she does that. I just imagine that happening in real life, like a horse just slowly walking into you and pushing you back, and it's like, she's fond of you, yeah. Yeah, she seems it. She's just pushing me around. What are you doing? But yeah. I think there's only a couple more things to do. And they involve, funny enough, going to night. And messing up the song again. That is a requirement. I did that on purpose. Because you don't, it doesn't... No. But yeah. We go to night, as you can see. I go back here because this is where I entered. Well, it's not technically where I entered, but it's where I exited a cutscene or whatever. Bit weird, but hey. And at night there are birds, and these are called Gways, and they are enemies everywhere. But it's alright. There are quite a few extra things to get here at night specifically. Although most of them aren't actually available to us yet, because like the Skulltula that's in the graveyard, we don't have anything to get the tokens once we kill them. There's a lot of Skulltulas in high up places and stuff like that in this area. And by a lot, I mean like 2. But there's one right here. And we can collect that one, which is good for us. There's also one final thing I'd like to do before I end off this episode, because I don't want to keep you stuck here too long. And by too long, I mean 30 minutes, even though this video is probably going to be close to that anyway. Looking at my recording, yeah, we're already at like 29 minutes. Hopefully I managed to edit that down a bit, because I keep promising shorter episodes and then keep taking a long time to do everything. But anyway, enough about the problems of a Let's Play or whatever. Yeah, there's a puzzle, advanced block pushing, once again. Where it's like we're inside the Great Deku Tree again. I always solve this puzzle in a nice weird way. I'm not sure if there's... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You can just get through it. That looks weird, but yeah. You go in here, there's a tunnel to squeeze in, and what do you know? A cow. Wait, no. We get second piece of heart. So, there's a lot of collectibles to get already. And I think... Actually, there's one more thing... I think there's one more thing that I'll show, unless I'm wrong, in which case I'll look like an idiot. Basically, when there's any cow, there is a song you can play to them that makes them produce milk. And they give you the milk. And it might be a Epona song, I can't remember. It's one of 2 songs. I just can't remember. Oh, I got it right. And we're inside some hay. And we just got talked to by a cow. Yep, and that's lovely, isn't it? But yeah, if you play Epona Song for any cow in the game, they'll give you milk. As long as you have an empty bowl, which we have. We have no empty bottles now, because I was about to say we have one, but we have none, because you just filled it with milk. I don't know how the empty bottle has milk written on it, though. Because without the milk, it's just got nothing. So does the milk have the milk written on it inside the bottle? What am I talking about? Anyway, that is a lot of not progression done this episode, but hopefully next episode we'll get some more stuff done. There's still a couple more side things to do, but a little less than... I say that, but there's quite a lot of side stuff left to do. I am a liar. Anyway, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we will continue with doing side stuff and hopefully actually getting somewhere with the story. See you then.